Record. Tonight you get us. I know we like to bring you other people, but sometimes it's okay to have your leaders, right? So tonight all three of us are gonna talk, I don't know, like probably pretty fast, 10-ish minutes each. We're not gonna be crazy here. But Shelly's gonna go first, and then Kendra, and then me. Shelly's gonna do some SFR recapping and her kind of thoughts on the current season. Kendra's gonna talk about transition month this month, things and her thoughts, and then I'll talk about next month and my thoughts, and then we'll wrap it up with a spin of the wheel as we do, and I think that'll be it. Yes, I think that's it. All right, I'm gonna highlight spotlight Shelly.
Okay, so good evening, friends. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to join us. I am going to recap SFR. So let me just share my screen here. I do better when I share just my desktop. Okay, so all right. So for those of you who weren't at SFR, we had a really great time. I think that Dawn and I and we're going to share our thoughts and feelings about how we were feeling there. And then Kendra's going to kind of touch base on what it was like to experience it from home virtually. So this year's theme was sunshine. It was a whole thing. Like they went over the top with everything. So Heidi and Orville came back. That was super, super exciting. I am going to share with you guys the link to Orville's keynote because it was absolutely incredible. Somebody that I know recorded it. I listened to it. It's pretty good as far as the audio is concerned, visual as well. But I really, really encourage you guys to watch that because it was probably my most favorite keynote I've ever heard. And Dawn has said when we were talking about it, all three of us, she said it really encompassed like all of the best parts of his previous keynotes. And if you were at SFR and you heard the keynote itself and you maybe have something like a comment or a quote, drop it in the chat because I'd be curious to see what your thoughts were. Today, we had the Gordy Goodness wax collection launch. What I'm going to do is go through all of the products that were told that are coming. Beetlejuice. All right, so as of today, this is to be determined on its release date. So they haven't given us any details other than that. I haven't seen anything on leader pages. Leaders, have you seen anything? Because it was basically just like a per the manufacturer, it's going to be a bit.
Yeah, the update was that we're just waiting on a date.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at it, it's a very intricate warmer. I assume, this is just my educated guess, there might have been some quality issues. I mean, look at it. It's super intricate. There's hand painting done on everything. I would much rather hold off than put out a product that we can't stand behind. So for now, it is to be determined. The NFL helmet collection will be coming at the end of this month. This is really cool. If you aren't familiar with this, what they are doing is the top 10 selling helmets, or I'm sorry, the top 10 selling NFL warmers from last year are now going to be available in the helmet form. The helmets are really cool. The dish is always awesome. And then I think they have like their own little like so like Cincinnati has like the Who Day is always their whatever theme chant. I don't know what to call it. Tagline, and so that's in the head the dish of the warmers. De Bears for Chicago, so all those little things. Chiefs Kingdom is really cool. So those are all coming out at the end of the month, and then correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, they're bringing all the others, all the ones from last year back as well, so those will be back. The charitable cause warmer, I love this warmer. Super cool because it is just so plain and easy to stick in your decor. So this is a really good one. Um, they are, what did they say for this one? Remind me. What are we doing? Feeding, right? Are we feeding people this time? Yes. Yes. And you can still go to the Cincy Family Foundation website and nominate local charities to you.
Yeah,
So
food insecurity. So if you know any charities that are food insecurity charities, that's where the money's going.
yeah, I just think that it's a really, really nice warmer that should be fairly easy to sell because of how much it can coordinate into people's decor. The full size warmers, they gave us the Constellations warmer. Very excited about that. What's really cool about these new ones is that there are just some different niches that we're going to be tapping into. I know that people have been talking about the Furry Friends warmer and how they're going to reach out to their local pet shelters or veterinarians or this or that. I think that that's a great warmer to use a half price or host rewards on. And maybe if you have a furry pet that you take to their vet. I know that I'm going to be taking this to my vet just as like a little, hey, thanks for being awesome. Maybe even as like a little Christmas gift. But look at that pig. Look at that pig. He's cute. Real cute. So I hope you guys like those. Sunflowers. Sunflowers are so trendy right now. So trendy. You will see a theme of sunflowers coming, which is really funny because we're going into fall, and then this is also our winter collection as well for the catalog, but still so good. And then angel wings, always a very good seller. Very smart of them to put it in a mini as well. Rodeo, we've got the Western theme just chart topping right now. So doesn't shock me that we have those warmers available. And as you can see, again, I like that they market the tabletop, although that doesn't look like it sits completely flush, but that could just be the picture. So we're going to say it's just the picture. The new Scentsy Air. This expensive little son of a gun is fabulous. So I haven't personally seen it, used it, but I've heard some pretty good reviews. I know that I will be testing it out myself. This this is something that's right up my alley to be able to take care of this much square footage. Um, you can scent up to 1,000 square feet is what they're saying, but we'll see. It does take 4 pods, and then it is a fan diffuser there as well. No air purifying components to it, but you do have multiple settings that you can use, and then also the timer and like a candle flicker, which I think is kind of cool. LED lights too, right? Throughout like everything else that we have. Cool. Cool, cool. The Black Scentsy Go, this is a very new product. You guys need to check out your product training guide and learn a little bit about these new products because it will give you tips and tricks to use for selling them. The Black Scentsy Go is fabulous because it is battery powered. You can also use your USB cord that comes with it. It is inside the Black Scentsy Go. So if you get this product and you're like, they didn't send me a USB cord, they did. It's inside. That was like everybody's big SFR. It was like a collection of people. What is going on? No, it's in it. It can still hold up to 2 pods. It is a Scentsy Go like all others. But again, battery powered is an option. And then set circles there. Yep, there. Thank you, Vanna Dawn, Vanna O'Brien.
It's
Um,
so tiny. I just wanted to show like how much smaller it is. Like
it is
I
petite.
have tiny little hands and it's smaller than my hand. So I'm only 5'6" and I have little even like small hands for my size. So like it's a
It
little baby.
is, but I love it. We are also going to be discontinuing some Scentsy Go products. So again, check your catalogs, check your product training guide, and be aware of the changes that are coming there. Scent circles are now 3 packs, same scent. So you guys will see that update as you go through as well. Now, just let's talk about this just real quick. When Scentsy makes changes like these, there's a reason and there is a trend that they've been following. So for this, it makes sense. It may not make sense to you, but globally, collectively, as a company, it does make sense to shift to the 3 packs of the same scent. All right. New product collections. I will share this link in the comments for the slideshow so that you guys can have these pictures, see these things. This third picture is very terrible, but here we are. This is our Blinky Buddies. They're coming back. So very excited about that. Those are for like geared towards your newborn and infant peoples. Our new scents, if you guys have got the new scents, drop your favorite in the chat because I can't wait to see what it is. I haven't even smelled them all. I've had all the testers. I know. I am hell-bent on doing a very original live sniff session for my customers. That in life has just been really busy. Let me be honest. Like, that's what I'm going to tell people. Like, I'm doing it, so it's first with you. But really, what it is life's been too busy. So, yeah, I'm super curious to see what your guys' favorites are. There are a lot of leaders talking about how this is probably one of the better collections that we've had come out of new scents. I cannot get over this harvest collection. It is absolutely phenomenal. The ghosts that we have coming are the best ghosts ever. The ghost in the tub. Like, I know it's a play on the gingerbread man and the skeleton in the tub and the cauldron. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So, so good. Phenomenal harvest collection. And that, here's more pictures. You can get your brochures in a couple days, right? Like the 15th, aren't they available? Yeah. Cool beans. Bringing it back. Such a good seller. Oh, guys, the villains. Such a good warmer. Maleficent deserves her own entire collection. Moving on to the holiday collection, just really quick,
Are
gonna
you
breeze
talking
through.
about the harvest collection brochures?
Yeah.
Those are already out.
Oh, I thought they said the 15th. Was it the 12th?
They're already out. They came out
Ooh,
the
change them
first.
out.
And it's in your workstation too. So if you want the PDF version, it's also.
Oh, it's the holiday.
Oh, you're talking
Wait,
about
no,
holiday.
those are.
Then yes. I thought you meant harvest. I was like,
I
I
harvest.
got
was.
my harvest
Oh,
in the
cool.
mail this week.
I was like, harvest
Yeah,
is already out.
yeah. I put those together.
Yep. Flip it and reverse it. Okay, continue.
Thank you. I meshed everything together. Okay. Holiday collection. Very, very good. Personally, I'm in love with the harvest collection, but that's just me. Except here we go. Christmas vacation. Stop it right now. This is probably, my opinion, the coolest warmer I've ever seen. The details, the green light that doesn't come through on this picture, like this warmer is hands down, it is a masterpiece. Now, let's just go ahead real quick on this. Everybody knows, right, that you cannot go into social groups or internet land and start talking about how you're selling this warmer and dropping your links to your VIP page and pre-order forms and this and that, right? Everybody shake their head, yes. Yes, we do not do that. We don't. Good, because there are people who will, and they have. And Cincy will shut your account down so stinking fast because that is so far out of compliance. So just be aware. And your customers, if you're good to them, they're going to show you pictures and be like, hey, I saw this in a group. When's it coming out? And you're going to be like, I love that you asked that. Now, did I share it because I had like 6 people in my VIP group message me? I did, but it was an explosion of interest that day, and then we've moved on. Like, nobody's talking about it still. So we'll come back to it. We don't have release dates, but just know it is the coolest collection I've seen. And then it gets better. This is just such a good little threesome right here. You do get all 3 of these photo posters, movie posters on the same warmer. So it's just on a glass dish, or I'm sorry, a glass insert that spins. Sense of the season, you guys can look at that. Cutie little gingerbread house, of course. We are getting bricks back again. The talking sorting hat, so cool. So stinking cool, especially with the correlating lights for the house. So very, very, very neat. I loved this warmer. This is probably one of my favorites. The details are so good. So, so good. Friends, couch pillow thing. Yeah, that's coming. I don't know. It's one of the decor items. And then the weighted Highland cow buddy that you can warm up and the microwave. So this is different than the last weighted buddy that we had. So really, really cool. Um, more collections coming. I forgot about this one. This is exciting. The Disney like sweet treats collection. The Cincy Connect app, has everybody used that? Has everybody liked it? What's your thoughts? Yeah, good, good. Any comments, drop them in that chat because we would love to chit chat about it. Regardless of what you use, follow up with your customers. That's really all this is. The Disney Plus commercial. This is a weird. I thought it was the Lilo and Stitch warmer. Isn't that the Disney? That's the wrong photo. Yeah, that's. I don't know why that's on there. You're muted.
I know. It's the commercial.
Yes. Okay. So yeah,
Commercial
the
has the Dumbo area stuff on it.
the Disney Plus commercial is running currently, which is very good. Oh, okay. That's embedded. You guys will have the link. You can watch it. Incentive trip, big focus. I know Don and I both talked with a couple of people in regards to planning their incentive trip. Really, what you need to know is get it, go, work hard. Like it's as simple as sell, party, recruit, all the things. I know it sounds crazy, but I love the setup this year. Make sure you get on the FAQs in your workstation. Oh, there's so many embedded things that I didn't click on and know that they were there. And then Machu Picchu for the top trip. And there are your new season sales kits that are currently available to count as your August incentive. So that's just a quick little recap. I know that Dawn and I were talking that we would, Dawn and Kendra and I both actually were talking about sharing like our aha moments. I think from SFR for me, my big thing was that I felt, and Dawn's going to say this too, felt validated in where I'm at in my business, and that things have been kind of hard. But really, my biggest takeaway was like Orville Swift kicked me in the butt during leadership, I think. He was just like, if you want it, get up and get it. So it's just basically like stop, having all these moments of sadness and this, that, whatever, or like go through it, cool, but stand up and let's go get the prize. So for me, that's really the big takeaway. Sum down to one sentence. It's if you want it, go get it.
I guess I should come back and unmute myself. I was trying to be quiet. Y'all know that's hard for me. Okay. Thanks, Shelly. Does anybody have questions about any of that? Shelly is gonna drop the links right now, Orville's keynote, and we'll make sure you guys get the link for the slideshow too. That way you can click on all those things. And then I'm gonna spotlight Kendra.
Wow.
Now you're
big.
big.
Now I'm big. I always, for myself, I just have to look at everybody. So let me take that off there for myself.
I was like, you can change it if you need to.
I know. I was like, wow. But no, I'll start with my SFR takeaway. So I did, as Shelly said, I did virtual. And first and foremost, I have to say that if you, for whatever reason, cannot make SFR happen in person, do virtual. Like this year was above and beyond, and you could like get all the giveaways and all that stuff, but that's not even like just seeing everything. No, you don't have that like community and that like Scentsy spirit, running through you, but it's still great. This year was probably my favorite virtual that we've had. And I did virtual last year. I went the year before that. So I think I've done like virtual once past COVID. And then this year, but highly recommend it. Yes, even if it's just virtual, go to SFR. But yeah, and I'm right there with Shelly, like and Dawn. It's a hard season. And it was kind of something where you didn't really see much for me as a leader, didn't really see much validation and like, hey, me too, like it was kind of just like swept under the rug, like we're doing great. You know, you see people on social media. And so I kind of got down on myself about that. And SFR, and, you know, just kind of hearing like, it's okay that you're feeling this way. It's okay that your business is this way right now. And this is what we're going to do about it. And Orville is just, if this is your first experience with Orville and Heidi, you're in for a treat. I'm so glad to have them back. They just bring such a like inspiration that is just something that like there's nothing like that for me than Heidi and Orville, especially Orville. And so his keynote, definitely go watch it. It was the best part of SFR for me. So that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling about that. Let's talk about transition. This is probably my favorite month behind next month. I love the fall season, but I love transitioning everything, especially from summer to fall. Fall is busy season. Like it's about to happen. It's probably happening right now for a lot of us. But it goes crazy. So as far as transition goes, what you purchase is totally up to you. I always tell that to my people, my team. Never feel like you have to get all of the things that are available. Never feel like you have to get this, this, and this, and this because everybody posted that they got that. Like, never feel like you have to spend money and get all the extra stuff. For me, the minimum of what I get is I get catalogs. At the start of the season, I only get one set of catalogs. I'm not huge with events or anything like that, so I never need a lot all at once. Maybe I'll buy another pack of catalogs as the season goes on, but I only get one up front. I do product lists. I highly recommend product list. God, this tongue twister. You get 3 pads in a set. So it's like 150 product list for, I think it's like $10, $9. So I highly recommend those. If you are on more of a budget friendly side, definitely pick those over catalogs. They have everything on them. You can mail them cheap, like highly recommend them. Another thing that I highly recommend for budget friendly is scented stickers. This kind of goes into how I prep for the season, but I use my scented stickers for August orders in my thank you. This is like their little like teaser. And then I make up a whole bunch and I have them throughout the season, but I do use them this month. Obviously, this is spring, summer, so that's where I'm at. But they're on the way. So I do use those this month as well. And then some people, if you are big on in-person, like getting your testers together and smelling them with friends, whatever, testers as well. You just need the transition set if you have all of your testers from your starter kit. I will be 1000% honest. I stopped getting testers during COVID and I do not miss them, but they weren't a big part of my business. So if that's something that you utilize, definitely grab those. And then something that Shelly touched on at the end was the new season sales kits. As she mentioned, that is the incentive for August for the Cheers to 20 Years annual incentive that we're doing is to buy one of those sales kits. Highly recommend snagging them, utilizing them. This month is big for me. I usually do the scent kit with the 10 new bars, and then I usually do the clean. This year I'm only doing the clean because I really want to get other products. My customers really like the clean, but I like doing other products aside from wax to kind of like introduce them to new products instead of warmers and wax, because chances are that's probably why they started buying Scentsy in the first place. So I like to do the other categories as well. Then what I was talking about earlier, how I prep, the sticker sheets and a product list go into my thank yous for my August orders. That way they kind of get like a little sneak as to what's coming next month. And then something that I started doing either last transition or the transition before, so this time last year, is mystery bags to move out my summer products. So I am calling them just goodbye summer bags, and I'm literally using it to get rid of stuff in my office that I have that's being discontinued or is summer related, like just stuff that I just am like, you guys, I'm drowning over here. So that's my thing this year is like getting this stuff out of my office. So for this month, I'm doing Goodbye Summer. Obviously I don't tell them what's in the bags. I do a flat $25. They pay shipping, tax, all that stuff. But that's just something that I do. And this is how I'm trying to get all that stuff out of here so I can bring in fall. Not a lot because we're clearing the fluff here. And then the biggest one that you probably heard about is last chance first glance parties. So anything that I'm doing this month, if whether it be a Facebook party, even just a link, like if people are having shopping links, if they open this month with me and close, want to close before the end of the month, then we do at the end of the month the first glance. And so I'll share with them either the catalog PDF if we have it, which we do, or I'll make like a little graphic or something, and then they can share it with their friends and snag some orders for that as well. But that's kind of what I'm doing to prep for next month, which is the craziness that Donna's going to talk about.
Oh God, we're passing it over to me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try to be fast, guys. I did take notes. Anybody who knows me will be alarmed by that. So, but I did take some notes. All right. So great things. By the way, Kendra, like Goodbye Summer Bags is like the cutest. Like, what? Clear the clutter out, guys. We've been focusing, and Shelly just said this, like we've been focusing on basics the past 6 months in our power hours, and we're going to continue that the next 6 months. If you got your email today, you saw that the topics are going to continue being very focused on basic things in our business. And Shelly said I would say something about it. I'm going to say something about it. SFR, all the home office staff that got up, like really emphasized the power of focusing on the basics, of keeping things simple, of just really embracing community, whether that's community with your team if you have one, or community with your customers, and keeping things simple and basic. This is something I've heard. I've been doing this for 12 and a half years. From the beginning, someone said, we are not performing brain surgery here. Stop trying to make Scentsy a fragrance business brain surgery. This is not confusing. You have a product you love, you share the product you love. And when we all started, we didn't know shit about business. And most of us still don't know shit about business. But we do have a product we love, and we have a ridiculous amount of it with many product lines that did not exist when I started 12 and a half years ago. We are blessed in that realm. And all we're asking you to do is really basic. When you started, whenever that was, what did you do? You were just excited about a product and you went out and shared it. And that is all we're asking you to do. Real simple. I don't want to get fancy with you guys. I don't want to run a fancy business. I want to run a business that like runs easily and that I enjoy. I'm only here for 12 and a half years because I run a business that's pretty easy that I enjoy. And so that was a big deal. I'll come back to that. So, sales kits, I'm gonna like emphasize, if you do get them, other things. If you're an events person, a lot of people are events people in the fall. I freaking hate events. But a lot of people are events people. It is a good way to get some of the new stuff if you have an early event in the fall. So that is really why they started doing those, were for the people who do events all fall and they weren't getting product until middle to end of September. That's really why they did those product kits initially, so they could get some of that product early and have it for those events. So if you do events, Sampling is great. And I wrote this down. I just came up with this idea. But like, if you're trying to get new people, and you don't necessarily need the kits for this, but it might be a way to do it. But also look around your house. Like, create a try Scentsy kit. This sounds really silly, but I was taking notes today and I came up with this idea, and maybe it came from somewhere else and it's just floating in my head. But like, there are what, like 8 billion people in the world now. And most of them don't know what Scentsy is. Like, most of them don't. There's a lot of people out there that can be a new customer. And like, if you have extra warmers sitting around that you're not using, and you have extra wax, because we all have extra wax, even if it's just a partial bar, like, create a kit for somebody to try Scentsy out. Hey, I'm going to give you this partial bar and this warmer, and you try it for a week and let me know what you think. Right? And you could do that with any of our products. You could do it with a fan and pods. You could do it with cleaning products. You could do it with laundry products. Like, you could do that with anything we have. But just a thought. How do I get new customers? You put fragrances in front of people. That's it. Pretty simple. New catalog launch party. And I'm gonna say launch party in like real general. The word party, I freaking hate it. It is not my favorite thing. But like, what is a party? It's a gathering of people. Cool. Let's have a friend night. Let's have a girls' night. Let's have a taco party. Like, I don't care how you word it, but many of you never had a launch party to begin with. Many of you have maybe not done much in your business the past year, 2 years post COVID. You're not the only one. I'll get to that in a moment. There's a lot of Scentsy in that boat right now, and they're blaming everybody else but themselves. Like, we're the ones responsible for what our business does. If you've never had a launch party, or it's been a long time since you have done anything involved with sharing Scentsy with people, you need to have a new catalog launch party. Scentsy's handing you on a silver platter a way to have a relaunch. And if you need to have a relaunch every catalog, have a relaunch every catalog. No one knows but you. Work your business. Stay at least a month ahead. Book those parties out. If you don't have stuff booked for a new catalog, that's your goal. Get September and October and get those calendars booked up. Whatever those parties looked like to you. They need to be more than shopping links. I'm going to say that. We've got to, if you want new customers, a shopping link isn't going to be the way that we get new customers. I'm just going to be really honest, as someone who loves shopping links and being introverted in my business, especially since post COVID. Like, I'm just going to be really honest with you. It is not the way to get the massive customer growth, which results in the team growth. I'm just going to be really honest. From personal experience and many years and ups and downs, it's just, you need to get in front of people and you need to get fragrance in noses. Don't sneak peek things. I know people are, and there's a lot of sneaks coming up. Shelly just showed you a whole bunch of them. Like, there's a lot of things coming, and I don't know what idiot thought it was a great idea to share their images from the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation collection, or what. Like, stop doing that. You have a lot of time. We don't even have a date for that. We don't have prices for it. There's no reason to be sharing that. So focus on now and like what's about to come. Give incentive to get sneak peeks. Hey, if you place an order, I'll sneak peek you what's coming on September 1st. I do that all August long. My incentive in August is, if you place an order in August, I'm sending you a link to the digital catalog. Right? Like, you want a sneak peek? Like, let's trade these here. Otherwise, you can wait like everybody else until September 1st, because I've got to run August. I need a paycheck in September. So I've got to run August, right? Always have a shopping link for yourself though. And I say that like just in the sense that not everybody, especially post-COVID, not everybody is with a party, and people shop online more than they used to. And so if you have a catch-all, mine's called no party, order here. That's it. no party question mark, order here. And that way that's what you can use to get your stuff for discounted, get any like gifts. Like I buy my scent circles for my thank you mail with that rewards from that. So like make sure you always have a shopping link for yourself set up. um August online orders ship now, that's great. Shelly says direct ship order here. Look at that. Those are good wordings too. So whatever it is, just like make it seem like some sort of sense of urgency in that, like that's the one. And ever since I added that as a like that kind of wording as a shopping link, I like never have anybody not at least select that. So so oh, that's a good one. Support Smelly Shelly's VIP samples. That's cute. That's cute. Um, and I do tell my people like that link is what I use to buy my customer gifts. Like they know that they can support any link they want, but like if that's what the one they choose, like that's what I'm doing. So yes, train your customers to know that that's how you're using it. Um, and then I said already, next month it's a new catalog and it's fall harvest brochure, and you need to get fragrances under noses. Get testers to people. I know Kendra just said she's not really a big tester person. I also stopped getting testers during COVID because nobody wanted them because it was germy and gross. I have forced myself to get multiple sets this time, and I am determined to reach out and get them out, whether that's in a pouch party, whether that's taking them to dinner with friends, like whatever it is, I'm determined to getting them out of my house like I did pre-COVID. Because my honesty moment, like I need to grow my customer base. I have a very loyal customer base, but the growth is super tiny right now because I'm not doing those things that I need to do to grow my customer base as religiously as I know I need to be doing it. And so getting testers out, I literally like I was talking to Shelly, and I can't remember if she said this to Kendra or not. I literally was like, I used to do really good with pouch parties. I need to find some, and I started asking customers if they would do a pouch party, take it to their break room at their work or whatever, and share it with their friends and family. And I literally don't have a single, I didn't last week when I was doing it, have a single ounce of paperwork or idea of what was going in that pouch party. But I asked. I did the ask before because I could spend hours creating, but if it doesn't matter if I can create things if there's no one to give it to. So I did the ask first and then I created afterwards. And so like today I sent out a pouch party because I had somebody immediately say, yes, 10% off month. Absolutely. Send me a pouch. And so like do the ask, show up. Like we're gonna show up. I don't know if you've noticed that we've been showing up pretty consistently for you. Um, even if it's hard for us, even if we're having the mental crap, even if we're going through new things, like Kendra being a new mom, like we're all doing the hard stuff too. And we're just asking you that you show up and do the basics with us, if that makes sense. Because here's my motivation part. We're all feeling the post-COVIDness, all of Scentsy. And if you attended SFR in person or virtually, I think like that was really confirmed. Home office is feeling it, consultants are feeling it. In the world of the internet, the way it is, we don't see it as easily because we want to like shit sunshine and rainbows. But the reality is that like your feelings of like frustration are valid. The feelings of things like feeling a little wonky are valid because we're in a 2019 to 2024 are like different planets. People are shopping differently, people are looking at income differently, people are like went through their mental health craziness like and figured out who they were and realized that it's okay to be like more introverted. I would have in 2019 told you I was the most extroverted person in the world. And then COVID hit and I realized, oh, I was really overcompensating. It turns out I'm not so much that person, and I actually prefer to not deal with humans ever. And if you let me, I would stay in this house and never talk to a human again for the rest of my life, except on Zoom. So, like today, I went out to literally drop that pouch party off at the post office and needed to get lettuce for dinner. And I was like going home and I was like, I'm done. I peopled for 5 minutes. So like I'm forcing myself to people. So like I'm asking you guys to do the hard things with me. Um, because we can keep sitting in the shit and the feelings of like, what are we doing? Or we can figure it out together and we can be the next generation of like Scentsy badasses that people are looking to because we figured it out together and we showed up when other people refused to or gave up. Okay. Because it's really easy when we're at a peak. When Scentsy was flying during COVID and like the sales were just coming in because people were getting extra money from the government and they were just sitting at home with no job to go to and they were just internet surfing all day long, like the sales were coming and everybody got really complacent. And it's really easy to be like, Scentsy, when things are really easy. But you need the community when things are in a little bit of a valley, when things are changing. You need the community to like validate that that's okay, that you're feeling weird. You need the community to hold you together and help you brainstorm and help you come up with new ideas and remind you that just doing the basics is amazing and what you should be doing in order to get through the valley. We come for the income and the product that we love, but we stay because of the community that embraces us no matter what is going on in the business. And I would have left Scentsy ages ago. I can tell you numerous times that I would have left Scentsy if I only thought about my business. But the community kept me here. Okay. See, Dawn's going to get preachy. I told you it was going to happen. And I'm going to share something because I'm a Disney person. And this is how I'm going to end things. Last night was Disney Legends Night. And what that means is every year Disney picks people from the history that worked for Disney who have done amazing things and they award them, and it's a whole presentation. It's on Disney Plus. Speaking of Disney Plus, it's on Disney Plus if you want to watch it. It's 2 hours long. I'm about to go finish it after this. But a clip came up in my feed today. Miley Cyrus was one of the legends honored this last night. And I just really, this is like, let me see how long this clip is. It's 37 seconds. It's really fast, so I'm going to show it because I was like, oh, well, if that is not the most applicable thing to what I'm trying to talk about, I don't know what is. So I'm going to share my screen and hopefully you guys will be able to hear this.
Okay. I'm gonna let everybody in on a little Disney legend secret. I'm the one that tells you what you're not supposed to know. And what I want to say is that legends get scared too. I'm scared right now. But the difference is we do it anyway. And all of you can do that every single day. It's legendary to be afraid and do it anyway. There is no such thing as failure when you try. That's the only way you lose. The way to win is to try.
How applicable is that? Right? And I just, that hit me. I was like, literally, you guys, like, one of the things I keep saying to Shelly is from SFR is like, just show up. Done is better than perfect. And I said to Kendra the other day too, we were like talking about like all the things. Done is better than perfect. Just show up, do something. Something is better than nothing. I used to say that one a lot too. Something is better than nothing. Like there is no wrong way. And if you think you're behind or like, oh, I've got to catch up, I don't fucking care about catching up. You don't need to catch up on shit. Nobody knows what goes on behind the scenes. Smoke and mirrors, right? Nobody knows how your business is supposed to work, and nobody works their business the same way. So if it's been a while, just show up. Start from now, because you cannot rewrite the past. The past is gone. We can't fix it. We can't change it. We can't do anything about it. Whoop, it's gone. It's back there. Stop looking behind you. The only way you can go is forward. So that is my dawn speech. I warned Shelly and Kendra I was going to give one tonight, but I feel very passionately about this. I'm like on like super like dawn mode high right now about Scentsy. And I like sincerely feel like this group has so many good people and good brains in it. And like if we all band together, the shit we're gonna accomplish this fall is going to, and beyond, is wild. But we can't do it alone, and I don't want anybody to do alone. That is boring and lonely. And even if your version of not alone is on Zoom, like, don't do it alone. Like, you need the community. And yeah, that's what I know.
Guys, I dropped it in the chat, but it really is as simple as share the product to people who want to buy it and then talk to them about it. Just follow up. Whatever your system is that you're using, just do it. I sent out the terrible Gordy collection to people who wanted just the pumpkin scents. I sent out a text using Project Broadcast to all of my customers and was like, would you like to be heavy on the fall scents or the pumpkin? So people picked, some picked both. I sent out the Gordy collection, and then I forgot that I had scheduled a follow-up text using Project Broadcast. And I was like, oh my God, why are there 10 people texting me right now? Well, that's because I had already scheduled the follow-up text, like, hey, what'd you guys think? Like, my favorites were this and this, but I really didn't like the whole thing. And so I had like 4 orders that came through just from that follow-up text. So if you're sampling, which I have done this for like 7 years, I hate to say it, I have sampled and not followed up. Guys, literally, if I wouldn't have done that, I'm halfway to a party. Like, I'm more than halfway to a party with the orders that I got. And people, the biggest thing, everybody's like, I love pumpkin roll. And I'm like, good, good. It's catalog. You can buy it all. So follow up. Please don't send samples out without talking to people. Take the time. Stop spending 80 years on graphics. Stop creating flyers. Stop doing all this crazy fluff stuff. If it brings joy, fine. Okay, don't listen to me. Who am I? But if you're not doing the things like following up that takes the time, then you're not going to reap those rewards. So I'm done. That's it. That's it.
I'm just gonna read. Clarissa said, my favorite SFR quotes tie in nicely to what we shared. Take the damn jump from Jen Chavez. Better done than perfect, which I said by Georgie. Well, that was a good one. When they post, if I don't think they're up there yet, but when they post the what do they call them? Sound bites. Georgie was so good. And the like people that spoke. Anyways, and when you look towards the sun, the shadows are behind you, from Heidi. Those are great ones, Clarissa. I'm gonna let Kendra is going to spinny wheel tonight.
I'm the wheel spinner. But I swear you guys are gonna be able to get off tonight. I swear.
I like
Before
it.
I spin the wheel. As Dawn was talking, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna share this. And so it was presented to me as a challenge. I'm not gonna present it to you guys as a challenge because honestly, like do it for you, like, you know, for your business. I'm gonna give you an idea. Somebody shared with me that they were going down their customer list, literally all of their customers, and not allowing themselves to skip anybody. And they, obviously, if you don't have contact information, that's not a thing, whatever. If you have contact information, she is reaching out to them and sending a voice message asking them if they will take a pouch party. And so, like Dawn, I have absolutely nothing. And like I told you guys, I don't do testers. So I'm be making some samples and going through my old testers. But I started doing this. What's today? Monday. I started doing this on like Friday. And as Dawn said, if you guys don't know me, I have a 6-month-old, and we're learning together over here. We're learning about this new life together. So I don't have a lot of time anymore, which is just wild because I went from, just working at home by myself to having a baby. And so I don't get much time. So I think I've told myself, I think the first day I only did a couple, but I've told myself you have to do 5 a day. So I'm up to, which I mean, I have a lot, but I'm asking and then I'm leaving it open as to when these are going to happen, but for the fall. So I'm throwing that out there to you guys as an idea. Like I said, I'm not going to challenge you because, hey, let it go in and run out the other. That's whatever you want to do with that. But I figured I would share because it kind of tied in with what Dawn was talking about, because as somebody who also loves those personal shopping links, it is exactly like Dawn was saying and Shelly was saying in the comments. It is just your growth as far as customer base is going nowhere. You might think, oh my gosh, this was such a successful shopping link. They got, 400 PRV, 500 PRV. Okay. And that's that. Like, it's going to end there. Like 9 times out of 10 is pretty much a dead end, or you're just going to recycle that person and they're going to do it again, but they're not going to bring in the people that you could get by, like Dawn said, putting fragrance under people's noses, in their hands, and getting them to experience Scentsy. And that's that. I'll stop talking. We'll spin the wheel.
I think that was great. I'm glad you said that. Sometimes you just got to do, guys. You just got to do.
Okay. Can we see it?
I cannot see it.
Really?
Where is it? Oh, there it is. You're
You
good.
see it?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Oh, wait. I can see my screen. Okay. Here we go. We're going to spin it.
Dun, 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 dun. Clarissa!
Yay!
Woo!
Ooh,
Yeah, remove.
it gives a little show.
I know, it's so cute.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
Judy!
dun, dun, dun. Judy!
Yay!
One
And
more.
last but
I love
certainly
this.
not least,
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Morgan! Wow, if my pen would work.
woo,
All right. I'll get all your addresses if I don't already have them. And you will get gifties
I
for
thought they were all going to be blue at first. I thought they were
That
all
would've
going
been
to be the
funny.
blue one.
Well, I guess I could stop our recording.